All right, let's get into the Actione. Case number 5, trial number 1. We are playing as Miles Edgeworth. It's Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be great, so let's get right into the action. Sorry for I'm a little bit late. I was watching some football. Got some really good games going right now. Some wild finishes up in here. So yeah, just watch a little bit of that. But we are now back. Let's get into it. Bridge to the Turnabout. Part 2-1, the first trial. Remember, we are Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix is in the fucking hospital because that motherfucker tried to jump off a bridge into freezing cold water. And for more context on all of that, watch the last part. But yeah, let's go.
Oh my, Mr. Larice feels that way about me?
Oh yeah, this guy is this guy's Larice Donim. Or Dunim. I don't remember how to say her. The pupil to the person that's dead. I don't remember how we became friends, though. Rip. And that's not Dahlia Hawthorne. Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not. In any case, whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him.
Does that mean Mr. Larice is the witness today?
No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
She claims to have seen you the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Donim, correct?
That is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well, then.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes?
You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed...
Don't worry. I made the necessary arrangements.
I see.
Iris, it is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I am a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once.
Mr. Edgeworth...
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I'm fit to do the task I have been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
Capable is a strong word considering the position that we're in. I'm gonna assume that this is the judge from the trial a long time ago. Well, this is straight up just a different judge. Oh my god, it is. Also, who are we fucking facing? I don't remember what voice I gave this guy. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. This is weird seeing Edgeworth on the left. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant... Oh! Look who's fucking back! Oh boy, shit just got real.
The prosecution stands ready.
And you are?
Francisca Von Karma.
Holy shit, she's back.
Prosecuting prodigy.
Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred Von Karma.
Legends are a thing of the past. I am a Von Karma, that is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purpose of prosecuting this case.
You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. With a Evade! Evade! Miss Von Karma, do you have anything to say?
There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office.
There isn't? But I'm sure once before in this court. Ah!
I told you, there is no such weakling.
What is that? A whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. But bailiff, remove that whip at.
I have no objection to the whip.
You don't?
I'm a sadist. The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. But there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today. Me and my shit-eating grin, dude. This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I had expected to face Phoenix Wright here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers. You dumb bitch. I see you brought your flair for the histrionic?
Swahili. Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court. Whoa!
Yo, what's up, that guy? Good to see you. Yeah, time for some Ace Attorney investigations. That's what it feels like at this point.
Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney?
The stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, please give an outline of this case. With as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author Miss Elise Donen.
Yikes.
Her body was found in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture. It's the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene.
All right. I don't know if I asked you if you were having a good night, but I hope you're having a good night, that guy. I don't remember. It happened like 5 seconds ago. There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there was a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand.
And so it begins. My first and last trial
as a defense attorney.
Oh my god. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. Hell yeah. Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Hold on here. I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight.
If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain-plagued witness.
Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please.
Oh my god. There she is. Once again, your name and occupation, please. Little old me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hazakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone. This fucking guy's eyes, dude.
Well, you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. Whoa!
The courtroom is the Garden of Holy Judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave the sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer. In any case, moving on. Witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question. Let's play the game after it's next in the timeline. If I can find a good emulator, hell yeah. I'm not great with emulations, but I need to check some out. Because there's a lot of games I want to play that I can't physically play on stream. That's right! I could still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say, then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh?
I forget he's Canadian, but I just don't like the Canadian voice I gave him. Oh, man. Rip Gregory Edgeworth. That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. But, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So, I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long, hot soak.
It was after I'd finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it!
What is it?
They say, what is it? I know Greg Edgeworth is Miles' dad. That's why I was like, rip, dude. It sucks. I miss him. Desmoon? Desmoon emulator. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. I skipped what he said. Whoops, sorry. So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple. Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple. That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made. There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle. Now are you, Miles Edgeworth? ... Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Here we go. We're back. Let's rock and roll. Temple... Okay. You left Iris to help. With what? What do you think? The Acolyte's training, of course. It was just past 10 p.m., so we were starting to enter the training exercises proper. Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple? Well, the job is simply to watch over the Acolytes so that they don't pass away. Just to confirm at this point again, that night, you met Iris in the inner temple, correct? Yes, she's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions. Wish they had a different music for Miles. Objection, Pursuit and Turnabout themes. It wouldn't be a bad idea, considering he's a different character, yeah. Although the Pursuit theme in this game is really good, but yeah, I see what you mean. It's kind of like, yeah. In the sport, yeah, I gotcha. Well, let's just do this real quick. The crime took place in the courtyard, correct? When you go from my room to the main hall, you have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. That's right. In other words, it was pure coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place before her eyes. There was no complicated setup in this case. That certainly seems to be true. There is indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I clearly point out... okay. All right, let me kind of refresh myself of what we got here. Okay, loss of death, loss. All right, where the fuck is the courtyard again? I don't remember. Oh yeah, this is fucking Larry's blackmail letter, whatever. After I had finished, just as I was heading back. When did it occur again? I don't remember. Let's see. 10 to 11. Was it after she rang lights out? You bitch! Well, let me just press on everything else. Hold it! Okay. Hold it! What is this inner temple? Well, see, conversing with the spirits is what we train people to do, right? We'll be the ones asking you the questions, madam. In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. There's a small temple across Dusky Bridge called the Inner Temple. Acolytes must spend an entire night there to undergo intense training. And how exactly do you help with this process? It is all quite exacting. It can't be performed without a nun supervising. Like a tutor watching to make sure a spoiled child studies. A tutor with a whip in your case. If that is the case, then why did you return to... Okay. Hold it! Violently. That's right! It's no laughing matter, especially in winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife and a fork during the cold months. Just being alive is like strict training.
On the night of the murder, was this fabulous back of yours hurting again?
That's right, raging like a bull in a pig pen. I almost fainted once or twice. I just knew that unless I warmed it up, it was going to finally finish me off.
Hold it! Okay. You, did I already do this? Yeah, okay. Hold it! So you returned to the Hazakura Temple in order to take a bath.
My back is to blame for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world after all.
How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking?
My, what a filthy little rogue you are. Rogue? I combined rogue and rouge. I know what's on your mind.
Nani?
I bet your next question is going to be, where exactly did you wash? This is why you have to watch the young ones.
Whoa, what are you going on about? I was...
Pathetic, Miles Edgeworth.
The lowest of the low. Is there some sort of kick me sign stuck to the defense's bench?
I mean, yeah, kinda. Anyway, I couldn't afford to be away from my post for too long, you understand, so...
Alright, hold on. Yikes.
Body fell after... Body fell after...
Oh, wait, wasn't the fucking thing on... No, the thing was on fire. When did the thing catch on fire? I kind of forgot about that. The whole thing caught literally ablaze. Yikes. Try to see the winding path again. Okay. That's when I saw it. I'm assuming... Did I already press this? I don't fucking remember. Yeah, memory and observation skills. No, no Miles gets to feel how it is on the other side. Yeah, I know, right? He's finally understanding, like, oh, God. This is what he has to deal with every single time. And yes, I did see. That was a funny fucking comic. That was really good. Oh, my God. Just as I was heading back, I saw it. Yeah, okay. I knew it was that one, but for some reason I was like, I'm just making sure. This is what you get when you threat. Soda's descendant. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was funny though. It's like, oh, oh, what's this? It's like, fresh meat. Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well, don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hazakura Temple.
In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after bringing the lights out to Belle, she went back and stayed in her room. which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No! She said that? A defendant or a witness, who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
Bitch. But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have honest eyes. That means nothing, dude. That means literally nothing. Comes to her only descendant that became an attorney like her? Yeah. She ain't fucking around at all, dude. Oh!
All people lie. That is my belief.
I mean, you're not wrong, Francisca. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means we must call your memory into question.
Dear, dear, dear. You're older than me and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that isn't exactly what
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter.
Then, I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence.
Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick.
Then please add your comments about oh my god, Aboot Iris to the testimony. I can't do it, dude. And let us return to the cross-examination.
God. No she hadn't.
Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct?
Of course! That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Wait a minute. Hold it right there. Why do you have that?
That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the lights out bell was rung.
What?
You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw should have been missing this very hood!
Well! Oh my god, look at how short she is!
It's not a bad feeling at all, exposing contradictions like this. Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. Order in the court! Something.
Sister, this hood. You have a spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spares? Well, I do tend to make too many of them.
I see. A stockpile. A surplus of hoods, huh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owns.
Then this is quite strange. Whoa!
If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here.
Looks like a deer in headlights every time he opens his eyes, dude. Every time. I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. Why does that sound like a sexual euphemism? Probably because it is a sexual euphemism.
After my bath. A and B, baby. I finished my bath around 11 and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and Iris was... Oh, Mystic Elise! And with that sword of all things...
Rough, man.
Just, fucking Mortal Kombat stabbing her with a goddamn sword!
Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room which faces out into the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. That's the thing.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Well, something like that.
This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe. I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? I mean, fair enough. Fair enough, Edgeworth.
She does tend to get carried away with that, doesn't she? I think, Yep, okay.
Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway.
Oh, please do! My brain is something else, especially in winter.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
The autopsy report?
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. That's right! It says after death right here! The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory.
God. It's so brutal, dude. It's just literally like Mortal Kombat, just, stabbing her with a shishisto or whatever it's called. God.
If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall?
Fair enough.
Order! The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room, and she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
Were there any signs of a struggle in, were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Stonium's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood?
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your whip has just caused traces of blood to be found in my glorious playoff beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then you're,
I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure Your Honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood?
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
H3 Investigation has such a nice OST. Well, I know that Gumetal did that rockin' ass metal cover of Pursuit Lying Coldly. That's the only like OST thing I've heard of it, and it's fucking awesome. I'll have to check out the rest of it on sometime. We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all the contradictions. Does it? Does it though?
Does it really? Order! I must admit that this is a probable version of events. I'd expect no less from Franziska von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. It seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please! Remain standing on the crate!
Don't go selling me short now! You're selling yourself short, dude. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape. Especially my back and my mood. Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. With the whip?
Oh boy. All right.
Not to mention there wouldn't be a lot of blood circulation due to the temperature. Yeah, exactly. Cold-blooded killer. Literally cold-blooded killers.
When I looked across the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise.
That's interesting.
I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I woke, Mystic Amy was...
Wait, Mystic Amy? Oh, I was just about to say. I was like, what the fuck?
stabbing Mystic Elise through her back, or through the back.
I forgot the statue was Amy. This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection by, rigging every single case. I mean, putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth.
Perfection is an impossibility, Francisca Von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that. Also, once again, perfection by the way of, cheating and bribing and conniving, and the one time he lost, he had a hissy fit and shot somebody.
Sword was already in place. Think about it now. I didn't actually see your stab.
Hold it! Hold it! Think carefully. This is very important.
It's Iris we are talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No. When I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body.
It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory.
The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth.
Hold it! By Mystic Amy, are you referring to the golden statue, correct?
Just stabbing someone with the Shasisto, a sacred treasure, is terrible enough. But to then make Mystic Amy hold the blade. Truly a heinous, despicable crime.
It is easy to despise something. Anyone can do it. However, there is something that cannot be done so easily.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's doubly hard for you. I don't know how to say that. Doubly? Anyway, what is the problem?
Yo, what's up, Texas Dad? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great night. Happy New Year. Someone asked me to name 2 structures that hold water. I was like, well, damn. Also accurate, though. Facts. You're just spitting straight facts. Well, exactly why would the killer set up this gruesome scene? Can anyone explain the reasoning behind that? No, I don't think I can.
There isn't always a logical reason behind why someone acts. That's true, so true. In early spring, for example, I often find myself...
There isn't always. That phrase might come in handy someday. The Shisto, why was the weapon only placed back at the hand of the statue? Oh yeah, let me double check fucking... let's double check everything. So that pissed me off in the Mega Man Battle Network cartoon? No. What is it? I don't even know what that is, but it sounds cool. Hold it! Now, on to what the killer did next. You saw none of it, correct?
Well, I was unconscious. How long were you out for? I don't know, 10, maybe 20 minutes? A young man with a very prickly-looking head woke me up by stepping on me. Actually, I remember that.
I'm not sure I like the method of resuscitation. Tried to read the dictionary in the bed last night, didn't finish. Got up to pee. God damn it. For some reason, they decided to change the name of the Robo Mesh, but kept the original names of the game. Fireman became Torchman, Electric Man, or Electrum became Zapman. Why? Just because they felt like it? I love it when people do that. Let's change it just because, you know, why not? But I would have welcomed a more gentle awakening right about then, let me tell you. Oh, it's for kids? Oh, that makes more sense. I shall have words with the offender personally. What did you see upon awakening? Didn't they change, a few things in their series at times? I think I pressed on that already. Oh, wait. So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? That's right! Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too! When the defendant was arrested, she was... I did not mean to press that. My A-button's getting stuck, dude! And her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well? That seems quite conclusive to me. What should I do? Press this point further? Yes. Going back to a previous statement, you said that you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now, you say you saw the victim bleeding. Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw. What did you see? Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her plain as day. Pulling the sword out? Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out. Witness, you will add the statement to your testimony. Oh, was that important? Yeah. More important than you can imagine. Because that doesn't mean that she necessarily stabbed her. Wait, into the hilt. Oh, whatever. Smoothly, you say. You're saying you saw the the smorgasbord. The sword smoothly slide out. That's right! The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mystic Amy. Mystic Elise was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her. The sword was buried up to the hilt. Okay. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Elise's body. It slid out from the gaping wound. It goes without saying that if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding. Nothing out of place here. Is that really the case? I can't help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. That something which couldn't possibly have happened appears to have happened. Yeah, hold on. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least, I'd like to think so, but there are too many contradictions here. What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. Whoops, wrong button. But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. What contradictions are you talking about? In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. Yeah, where's all the blood? It's only on the tip. What do you mean? Please explain you. Oh! Explain yourself. To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that. Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble? I, too, may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, should I so choose. Fucking step on me. The objection stands. I wept a little back there, I must admit. That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly.
That's...
We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in the body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with a shishisto. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly, and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
A lot of back and forth here, I like it. I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction. You still got more? Even this guy's like, holy shit. This one is simple. If the sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword!
No!
Order! Whoa!
Bruh.
The judge getting whipped is still my favorite. This fucking guy.
Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
But what does that all mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is...
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the shishisto. What?
A foolishly foolish idea born from a foolish mind of a foolhardily foolish fool!
Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think the sword was the murder weapon?
Well... It's because Mystic Amy was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the shishisto was the murder weapon.
I'm assuming she got stabbed before and then she stabbed her again for some reason.
Order! Oh!
So maybe this is...
Von Karma's not letting him talk at all.
So maybe the shishisto was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth. If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question? Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. The two can play that game.
That's...
Answer the question, Miss Von Karma!
No evidence of that kind was found.
This bitch. Trying to debate us. Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me, could I say something? I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was it was just over there.
What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of.
You what?
Well then. I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen? Fucking a lot, apparently. Big yikes on this one. Big yikes.
I saw the murder at around 11 p.m.
That checks out.
And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there, I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out? Iris could have done that. She could drive a snowmobile after all.
Why did you not mention this before? Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. What with my back and my age, you know. Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. I remember that. Here is a photograph. God damn, it makes me laugh.
A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
But there's tracks, though.
No one's gonna mention the tracks as well? Nani?
The tracks being in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge.
Alright.
That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Also, apparently a fucking, like, priceless diamond, too.
Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon?
Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please!
Okay.
Oops.
Taken that night as well.
As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited.
That's it. That's the only one we have. It'll run no matter how much snow falls.
Now, you're certain that the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived?
Yes, of course. It was parked out in front of the gates. So, she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time.
I'm not sure this is really relevant. What should I do? Press further. I need answers to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question, was it still warm at that time?
Ha 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 ha. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean, eh?
What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm playing to a slow crowd here.
Every fucking time, Edgeworth.
It goes without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that.
That's right. I overlooked that too.
Of course you did.
Then answer the question, please, witness.
I don't often go around touching hot engines.
Fair enough.
However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it.
Snow?
What do you Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow.
There wasn't any snow on it. Curses. It seems highly likely that the killer did use the snowmobile then, eh?
How long does it take to get to Dusky Bridge by snowmobile?
Hold it! In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? You could have spared yourself some walking.
Ah, there's a reason for that. Have we got a moment for me to explain?
I think it's why the question was asked in the first place.
It was about a month ago. I was driving my beloved little snowmobile, happy as can be. I fetched some water and was heading back when I went and crashed into a tree. The tree and my back both went crunch, just like that. Crunch.
That was a bad crunch, too. Crunch. You're like you're chomping on celery or something.
I haven't been able to find the courage to write anything since then. Anyway, the killer must have used it.
Hold it! While it would have been possible time-wise, one element remains out of place here. Oh, and what would this mystery element be? The killer's reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all of this? Why go to the Eagled River to dispose of the murder weapon when there are other methods? Too many unanswered questions. Your response, Miss Von Karma. Whoa!
Turning to me for help over the slightest thing. Why don't you think for yourself once in a while, Your Honor?
What? She's as over the top as always.
Anyway, whatever the reason, the fact remains the defendant could have done this. The murder weapon was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth.
You asked Phoenix Wright to report the crime, correct?
Right. The one who trampled me.
It seems she's the type to hold a grudge.
There isn't a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge. It wasn't my fucking fault you were on the floor.
It was also snowing. I could see you.
I'm gonna check out the football game real quick. I want to see who won that Rams game real quick. Did the Rams win or they choke? Oh my god, the Rams lost. Fucking rip the Rams, dude. Ooh, yeah, it was a bad throw. Rip. Anyway. There isn't a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge. Phoenix Wright. He didn't even have a cell phone on him.
He had forgotten it at home, apparently.
What a naive boy, as always. Not only do I always carry my phone, but I always have my whip in hand, too. Anyway, I was really scared, and it was taking him a while to get back, so I thought I'd go out by the main gate for a spell. Alright. I'm gonna do... Never mind, no I won't.
Don't try to play mind games with me.
Alright, so no one's gonna fucking mention the second set of tracks?
Refresh our memory. How long were you knocked out for?
Like I said, somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes. It's possible to get to the bridge and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile.
I have to concede that is more than enough time.
Is that all you wish to concede, Miles Edgeworth?
Alright.
Double checking this real quick.
You are sure about the time?
Yes, I was worried about it after all.
Why was that?
Because I have a strong sense of responsibility, especially at this time of year. The Acolyte was being doused in freezing water at that time. I couldn't very well take it easy in the bath all night now, could I? So at 11, I decided to leave Hazakura Temple.
Your estimation of the time seems reliable, at least.
Please continue, sister.
Oops.
Okay. Oh yeah, also like... Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, would they have even seen the tracks if there was snow on the ground? Hold on. No. Rip. wasn't any snow on it. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, so there are some... I just realized there are some footprints where she died. I still think it has something to do with the snow. I'm just gonna press on everything again just to refresh my memory. Sure about the time. Alkaline freezing water. Estimation is correct. Okay. Phoenix Wright was the one that reported it. Shout out to Phoenix Wright. He's great. I love him. Solid tracks. We'll just stop this time. Let's have some walking. There's a reason. About a month ago, driving. Oof. It's like a water drinking sound effect. Whoa! Oh, wait, hold on. Salutation here. God, fucking Larry. Or excuse me, Larice. Okay, so she saw this at 11 o'clock, or after 11, somewhere close to that.
I admit this photograph proves something. It makes me fucking laugh. I mean, what? It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth.
However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks?
Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, yeah.
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge and those from coming back.
You're right! You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. The tracks of the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible.
Would you care to explain why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction?
No need. The evidence will do all of the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow.
Were not covered by snow.
I'm assuming it's the weather report, right? Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime.
Like I said, it was around 11.
Of course, this means that that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report? Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. That's true. I got it confused for a second. That was dumb. Order! Order! Very well, then. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. Whoa!
It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow.
Also fair.
Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this then. When is a weather report ever correct?
No. You've got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data. Gah!
Forecast data? All weather reports have sun inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m.
It's true. We cannot be totally sure, huh? What? How did she pull that off? It had stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this. I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Very well. I, too, cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
Ha! You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? That one. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
That's right, but proving that is...
incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception.
And that is...
the victim herself, Miss Elise Donin. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed. That's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph there should be two sets of tracks!
Ah!
Again. Order! Oh!
Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple.
Great animation.
From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing.
Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow.
Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained. So far, so good.
Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder. Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
But Iris said that she was never there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance.
The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge, so she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot.
Oh, you tell me that, like, heavy, snowmobile can't go across that rickety-ass bridge that's held up by, like, some rope? Lamp oil. Rope?
Hey, what the fuck? What are we doing here? You really telling me this shit? Come on.
That sounds right.
But what's odd is, when I left Iris to return to Hazakura Temple...
The snowmobile's gone?
I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. You must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back to the Hazakura Temple... It was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too.
Wait, what? But that isn't possible. Order in the court. What does this all mean? So then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we've learned all we can from this witness.
Yes, I've nothing more to add. I've told you everything that I know.
But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. A witness, huh? Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Was there no one walking perhaps near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that. Unless they had something really important to do.
That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really?
You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are 2 things about him that do come to mind. Which are? First, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second being?
This individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on the cold that night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about?
Act 3, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc de Leduc's guy, the obnoxious French painting. This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Donan. Her student? Interesting. And why was he wandering a boot outside on the night of the murder? I could tell him all about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason.
And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw?
I have no fucking idea. I intend to extract that from him, right here in this courtroom. Summon this youth as a witness immediately!
I have no choice, do I?
I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Larry, you may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess.
Oh boy. Here we fucking go.
Something smells. And I think you know what it is. It's gotta be the butts. Fuck.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
All right, I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night, you really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my room in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple's snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night, were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There was only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh my god. Really? 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 We're at the Screw Lakes, level 1. Level what?
I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet.
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Her?
The safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Yeah, by the way, Maya's still just stuck in like an icy cold, like mountain cliff, basically. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. That's a good play on words. Did you kill Elise Donim?
No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
As I thought, no psychologs. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. And we're gonna have to get it out of the biggest idiot on the fucking planet, Larry Butts. Oh, I'm sorry, Larice Donim. Court will now reconvene. Miss Von Karma, where is this witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
Who could that be? I have no idea. Ah! He was about to say, I can only presume that'd be you. Why would you say that, man? Why would you say that?
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Shh. Larice Donim, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go.
Ouch! Your sketch is in contempt of this court.
Hey, it was just artistically rendering. Ouch!
You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct?
Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist trading out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the something, missed it. Well, to use the technical term of the color, Viridian. Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it? I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume you wanted to say field work, I hope. That's it. Thanks, buddy. It's kind of sad that I was able to understand this mangled train wreck of a sentence. I just happened to stop in here for a wonderful new model. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all your face to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or, to use the technical term, Crimson Lake. Ouch! 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 Even the judge got whipped.
Stop your pathetic babbling and testify like a man.
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now. Whoa, this is too much for me. Oh, Larry. Oh, what I saw. Oh, God, why?
I was at a lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. That girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now, aren't I, Edgy?
Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony.
I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I?
I mean, yeah.
And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else?
Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex.
He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people.
Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything. Every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy.
Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We could delve into other details at a later time.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, my fucking A button keeps getting stuck. Hit with my teeth. Shit, sorry. A number of times. How many?
Maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes.
Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night.
You bet! Real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands.
Love, you say?
It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter.
Blackmail?
No, that was simply a product of overload joy.
You huffy puffy loosey goosey excuse for a whimpering whining wuss of a witness! It's pretty good alliteration.
So, what did you see? I hope it's something... You huffy puffy loosey goosey excuse for a whimpering whining wuss of a witness, eh?
Well, you see...
Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all. Why are you stuttering?
Larry, you really didn't see it.
Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, say snowmobile for me, please.
Snowmobile.
If you truly have nothing to hide,
Then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest?
Shut up! What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me.
it seems that I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans. Hold on.
Hold it.
You didn't meet anyone.
That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. And I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces now.
It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth.
Indeed. Oh, wait, hold on. Duh. Oh, not duh. I'm dumb. It's probably save scum.
Save scum. Salutation here. God, why?
Well, I'm fucking this up. I mean, there's no way you didn't fucking see people. I mean, come on.
Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse.
So, witness, any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my whip. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right? Edgeworth's fucking faces. Just the sheer amount of just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? What are you doing, man? Bruh, certifiable bruh moment. Oh my god. Bro. How could you, man? How could you? How could you do such a thing? Good lord. I'm checking on the quick I'm checking on the game real quick. So the fucking Steelers, hold on. Oh my god, the Steelers can make the playoffs. Wow, wild. Oh, wow. So even though the Rams lost, they still... Oh, because the Cardinals lost. Oh my God. So the Cowboys are the 3rd seed. Wow, crazy. All right, anyway. See, you could do it if you try. Ouch! There was only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. Oh, I thought that was like it. I love that they were just like, oh my god. Just fucking face. Alright, well, I don't have like... Oh wait, he took this fucking picture. Oh yeah, where was this, hold on. What is that in the background? Maybe the map? I'm not getting so stumped on this, like, this is probably super obvious. I'm not getting the right... Let me just reload the fucking first thing. I'm just gonna skip all this. I'm gonna get some of that back. Thank God for the B button. Yeah, you're lying, whatever, who cares? Yeah. Kawaii! Bing, bing! I love the judge gets whipped at the end there, too. It's great. Alright. I don't know why I'm getting stumped in this. I apologize.
god, it's so intense, dude. Okay. So am I supposed to present somebody? I just don't... No? There's like not a lot to go on here. Is that... Or not? I like don't know what to present here. There's like nothing to go off. I wonder if I'm supposed to present a person. How am I getting stumped on this? Let's try... Okay, nope. Oh wait, you saw Phoenix, you fucking... I'm dumb. I forgot. He fucking... Hold on. Hold on. I'm stupid. He talked to Phoenix. Duh. Completely fucking just... Like, my brain just literally forgot about that. Alright. Anyway, let's get back on track. Jesus Christ. Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry! But, having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you trying to console me? It certainly does sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. What? You're totally pinning this on me! Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There he happened to cross a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts! That's right! Me in the flesh! Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change. But what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you. Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder? This is where shit's gonna get real. I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick. Our boy Nick. You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire?
It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out, like almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say?
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
I never know what that meant, if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commit your cross-examination.
Okay, Judge. Can you fucking see the bridge from... Can you see the bridge from Heavenly Hall? I want to say you can. There's nothing blocking it.
What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half?
Well, if you really must know, I was busy being excited, I guess.
Excited? Dare I even ask?
I set the meeting time as 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early, too.
Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end.
Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart! Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went to the back to the shack to wait for her.
Hold it! This light was, of course,
lightning! Like kerpow! Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom. Or a little like that. That's more like a punch from Miranda.
Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge?
Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so...
Hold it! Seeing that, what did you do?
What do you think? I was burning up as well from the fire in my heart. And that's why I went to take a look at the bridge. Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind.
I'm not sure I care for the forget it attitude you had at first, Witness.
Yeah, that's his attitude at anything.
You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that?
The lightning fell and then the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes. I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is that small shack you were in from the bridge? Hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk.
And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there?
Like I'd recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids made during school camping trips can compare.
Well, should I press him a little bit on this info? Larry, let me ask you one thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's that? What's with the serious face?
Why didn't you call anyone?
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try to tell someone. There is a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct?
Well, of course I thought of doing that.
So then, let's hear why you didn't.
Huh? Yeah, okay. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone. I just didn't have time to, okay?
claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright.
Yeah! I thought I better tell someone about this, but then Nick came up yelling about murder! It totally made me forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway.
What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease.
It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less.
He told me about the burning bridge yesterday.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Your very existence being a
Contradiction. Oh my god, Edgeworth, calm down. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not.
What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like I'm some sort of alien!
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
Same, though, to be fair. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike a dusky bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct?
Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less.
I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m.
That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act.
That is impossible.
What do you mean?
11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there, in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time!
Oh, excuse me! I have an objection!
You do!
Edgy! How many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry, I'm Larry Stoneham. Gah! It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that.
Watch your footing there, Miss Francisca Von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. For there is still no way that Wright could have been at the Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m.
And why not?
It is clearly written here in the weather data report. Sorry, I'm trying to burp. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means, what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge until it was being consumed by the flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry! You arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m., but Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes?
I feel like I just got brutally woken up by a toilet splashback. I guess it was still sleeping after all. Ha ha ha! Pinch me!
Order! Order! Order!
Order! So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there was a phone right next to it. Why, then, did you not report the accident? Yes, witness. Why didn't you? Were you there to simply watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty.
That's what it sounds like.
Ah, but this is Larry we are talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction.
Edgy, I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude.
Just as I thought. You've been playing with us all this time.
Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
Yes. I may really say it this time, everything. Ah! Then say it.
Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this. However, let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This isn't going to be good. I'm a donim. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out, and then he came running up.
I suppose artists can be strangeful.
That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. You sound like fucking Mac from Yakuza.
Including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts?
Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains.
And what would that be?
This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him. You'll regret this, Edgy. I probably will, but we're still going to do it anyway.
Hold it!
Sketching the burning bridge?
The burning bridge and everything that came with it. What came with it? You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this! That sketch of mine is... Ah! Enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, witness. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
That does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What should I do? I've got a terrible feeling that the instant the sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. Let's look at it. Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Well, even I could have imagined it turn out like this. Imagine what? That Laurie Stoneham's debut would take place here, today, like this. Ouch! Show it, now. Okay, but steel yourselves. This is the world of Laurie Stoneham! I mean, the colors are fucking cool, but what am I looking at? Is that a woman?
Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karp.
Yes, well, it's a better drawing than I expected. Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did. That actually is pretty good. Like, not even memeing. That's not a bad sketch. I couldn't draw something like that.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry. What? The burning bridge is fine. It's like that meme of the dog in the burning house. This is fine. But what is that unfortunate looking figure? Ah, you spotted that. I thought you might. However much I might want to ignore it, I can't. It's Iris, of course. Iris! I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan our future, you know? What would have happened to her if she'd injured herself flying like that? Nani? Larry, please, answer this next question honestly. Okay! Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist. You!
Hi? The girl! She's really high up in the picture!
That was a great transition. That was a really great transition.
Oh! What was that for?
This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that theory.
Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly!
Actually, there is some precedent for this. She was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge. At least, it was really something to see.
This has to be some kind of mistake! Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to earth! What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not?
Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth.
Let us get back to the cross-examination. By force, if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here.
Yes, Your Honor. Looks like I've got another reason to remember this moron. Well, what do you think of my debut piece?
Get that thing away from me!
Horrible. That's not bad.
Now hurry up and cross-examine him.
God damn it. Hey, hold on a second.
Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care.
In your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you the whole $1 that it's the truth.
If that is truly the case, then there is one thing that we can say for certain. What might that be? That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris.
Whoa, what? What do you mean? I don't understand. Oh! A foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim?
Tell us, Larry, according to this picture, the individual whom you say was wearing a hood, correct?
Of course she was! That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. The hood is what told me that the floating angel was my Iris! The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood! Whoa! It seems there are bigger fools in this world than the one at the defense's bench.
Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. My shit-eating grin. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight?
Wright who took flight, that's a good one. What are you talking about?
I think you understand what I mean just fine.
Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood?
Nani?
Edgy! What's going on with Iris and Nick? Why, you Nick, you Doog! Or you dog!
You Doog. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited, and discarded straight into the garbage.
What is it now, witness? It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this day to come.
Fair enough. Checks out.
Edgy! Today's the day I get you to get completely. Today's the day I get to completely stupefy you.
What? What is the meaning of your outburst, witness?
I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence.
Definitive
evidence? Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge, and I, Larry Stoneham, shall prove it!
This fucking guy, dude. I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality.
Okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm gonna feed you a whopping serving of pain.
You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time, trust me.
God, Edgeworth's face. He is so done with this bullshit. When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere, half buried in the snow. Nani? I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night. Oh my god.
A crystal sphere?
This one, pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers. That sphere, where did you find it? Let me see. Around here somewhere. Looks about right.
And it was half buried in the snow.
It had pretty much stopped snowing by then, but there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge.
The court accepts this crystal sphere.
That's mine, okay? I want it back afterward.
There's something on it. Oh my, it's blood. What? Blood?
We should get that tested immediately. You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry. Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's going to push me around anymore.
Didn't you want to be called Larice Donim only a few minutes ago?
This fucking guy.
You fuck. Larry, that night, there was someone. Someone who lost a crystal sphere.
There was? Who? Who is the stupid idiot?
Miss Elise Donim, the mentor to a stupid idiot.
The victim?
I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar-looking crystal sphere.
Hey! That's my photograph! God damn, it makes me laugh. Give it back! Ouch! A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch.
They look nothing alike. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff found at the scene of the crime. Ah! The crystal sphere! It's gone!
What?
Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal spheres found in the... I cannot say those 3 words in a row. The crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either. God damn it.
Oh boy.
Did Elise fly? That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Donim.
I mean, we can't prove that, right? A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected. You can't do that! I saw it with my own eyes. Yes! And the crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring.
You honestly believe that?
Give it some thought, and I'm sure you'll realize it is as well, Miles Edgeworth. At least Donim was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to this case. That is all. Bullshit!
Miss Francisca von Karma. The only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns.
Why are you pointing at me?
The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of the murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with this case?
That crystal sphere, it was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder.
After the murder?
There is blood in the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent, which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch. What? You mean I'm the killer? No way! All joking aside, God damn it, Larry, you are such an idiot. I can't believe that Larry's older than me and he's so much more dumb. So much dumb and dumber. Just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case. She makes a valid point. There was no evidence that Elise Donim left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth. I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere. If it is not related to the case, then this witness who you called will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time. I mean, he already was, to be fair. Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth. Can I prove it? Can I prove the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? That looks like crystal sphere. Oh, wait a minute. Those do look kind of similar. Drop before the murder took place. I'm gonna bluff. Sure. Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You will do what? That look in your eyes, you remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered. That should come as no surprise, because right now I am Phoenix Wright and I'm indeed cornered. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder. I'm assuming, like, this is correct because of the fact that I was able to do it anyway. Usually if it's, like, wrong, they'll be like, no, that's wrong. That's the same picture, okay. Oh wait, yeah. If it was dropped after, it wouldn't be half covered in snow, right? Okay, no. That was incorrect. Never mind. Wrong answer. Okay, so this is the right thing to do. Sure. Nope. Hmm. Fuck. Fuck. Hold on. The time of the murder and when the crystal sphere was dropped. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it has something to do with the weather, right? Because if it was dropped as the murder happened, it wouldn't be covered in snow. It'd just be because the snow has already stopped at that point. So I presented the wrong thing. I presented the weather data, not the sphere. Okay. Damn technicalities, son of a bitch. I'm gonna check the game real quick again. Want to see how everything's going. This is the last game of the year. Of the regular season. It's win and you're in. Let's see how things are going. $14-10 Chargers right now. All right. Cool.
This crystal sphere, it was half buried in the snow, correct?
That's right! If I hadn't stopped snowing, then it wouldn't have gone... fuck, let me try it again. If it hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it!
That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear.
Well, what?
When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly.
Snowing?
On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body.
Ah!
Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder!
What? What?
Pursuit, baby. Order, order, order! On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose.
What? What could that have been?
This sphere, there was some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
What's it looking like? The murder didn't take place in the Hazakura Temple courtyard? Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness.
Just who is the fool? And which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma?
Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
That's not exactly true, now is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body.
That's the same thing!
No, it isn't. You said it yourself.
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from the body, that would be when the blade is removed.
If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding.
You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. At least Donim's body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all the way?
Snowmobile. I've made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I just need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible.
Now the defense is ready. The court would like to have an explanation. Please show us the method by which the victim's body was carried to Hazakura Temple.
What do you fucking think, idiot? On that snowy night, there was one way that a body could have been moved. The snowmobile. As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon. But it could also have been used to carry a body.
We're getting down to it, baby.
Order, order, order! Yeah!
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave.
What do you mean?
The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin?
You're too late, Francisca Von Karma, and in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation.
What?
Where was the victim, at least Donim, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean?
Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it.
This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity.
Holy shit!
However, he would never... I'm sorry. I'm pinning A too fast. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point.
Edgy! Thank you!
That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances.
Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner.
Excuse me?
There was one reason and one alone for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to Wright.
Really? That's what this is all about? You could have just told me from that from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had Francie whipping me all the ouch! Miles Edgeworth, I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel.
A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by.
What a shame, Frenzy! This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. Ow, whoa, 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 ow, ouch! I demand satisfaction. At least I'm gonna die with a raging boner.
I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there was to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been the truth or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I am counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. And with this, the rest is up to you, Wright. Slam! Court is now adjourned.
Well, we did it. We fucking did it! Alright, I think we're probably just gonna stop there. That was a very long trial. Let me just save all these. Just to show that I totally didn't save scum. I didn't. I swear I didn't. I fucking didn't. But that's most likely where we're gonna end. I'm gonna at least just see what's next. Ooh. Oh no, I'm at the hottie clinic. Alright, you know what? I'm definitely gonna end now. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. Well, next time we play, we're going to start the part 3-1, the second investigation. I'm assuming we're coming back to Wright, but I have no fucking idea. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you very, very much. I know I didn't say it because I didn't take a break, but to any lurkers that may have been in chat, you guys are the backbone of Twitch in this channel. So thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. First Phoenix Wright stream with the new mic. Hopefully it was good. And YouTube, hope you guys have a great night as well. We'll be back, of course, next Sunday with more Phoenix Wright. Thank you for watching, YouTube peeps, and I love you. I appreciate you, and you guys have a great night. Thank you. Bye.